Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Faye and this is Fairy Floss, my FlossTube channel. If you are new and you have just subscribed, I've had quite a lot of subscribers this week. That's great to have you here. So lovely for you to join me. And if you're returning, thank you for coming back. I'm so appreciative that people are coming back each week and seeing what I get up to, no matter how much or how little it is. So I did say last week I might not have much time to stitch. I was away writing an essay, but I did actually get a little bit of time, so I'm still going to share with you what I have been doing this week. And as you can see, Marley is quite happily sitting enjoying the video as well, so let's see how long he stays. He might not stay very long. So firstly, so I was away this weekend, went for a little weekend in Ipswich and Felixstowe, was hoping to do some seal spotting, but it was too choppy on the water, so the boat wasn't going out, but that was okay. We still got to enjoy fish and chips at the best chippy in the south of England and have a mooch around a few shops in Felixstowe, walk along the seafront, just enjoy some sea air, which I always like. And we stayed in a little hotel in Ipswich, which I recommend it. So if you ever go to one of the big cities, sometimes they have an easy hotel, which is like EasyJet, but it's a hotel, and they are really, really cheap and they're really, really comfortable as well. So, and you get everything you need in there. So we had a couple of nights in the easy hotel, which cost us absolutely not a lot whatsoever. And whilst we were there, I decided to get my schoolgirl lessons out and do a little bit more. So when you saw this last, it was just the A and half the B. But now, I've been getting really stuck into it and I've done quite a bit of the house and I'm really enjoying it actually. I'm working with, where is it? Joidery Designs over the rainbow thread, so it's a bit screwed up now because I couldn't fold it properly, over the rainbow thread, which is so nice, and it's such a nice variegated thread. So, and I'm working it on, I think it's Fabric Flare cloud style, because I thought, because let me show you the actual design. So that's the design: reading, writing, stitching, which pretty much sums up lockdown for me. So I thought it'd be quite fun to do it in the rainbow colours because in the UK the rainbow became our kind of theme during lockdown, and do it on a cloudy sky as well. So I'm actually happy with the way it's working out. I wasn't too sure at first, but no, I do like it. So that's what I've done so far. So I'm going to get cracking on that, I think, this week. I might try and finish it before the end of the holidays. So, what else have I been working on? I got Pandemic back out, and so I have now done not much more. Do not be overwhelmed by this. So I decided to get, well, Melly's gone now. Decided to get my second border going as well. So I've done the top bit of the first border, then I got a load of purple in there as well. So I think I'm nearly at 1% of this piece, which, as you can see from the size of my fabric, is going to be quite big. Bit of a life project I've got going here, but actually I'm enjoying it. I enjoyed just stitching all that purple because it was just one colour and it felt quite nice and simple to do. So that is Pandemic. I will try and work on the middle of it next week. What else have I been working on? My next little piece is, I've done a fair bit on this week. It's my Main Street Diner. Let me put something behind. Needle out of the way. So I've done a fair bit on this. I've got some of the bottom bit done now, and I'm working on the top, so getting all the trees done. got the ice cream done and filled some of those bits in, and I've started on the sky as well. So I'm going to keep going on that. It's going to be one of this week's focuses because I really am. I'm wanting to get this finished before the school holidays are over because it feels like more of a summer piece than a wintery piece. So yeah, I think I'm just going to keep going at that this week and see how much more I can get done, and then I can do the beadwork. And finally, oh, I did a little bit more of the brown size. I'll show you that next week. I have also been. See, this isn't overwhelming either, but I'll still show you. So last week I started my memorabilia, and I have done a tiny bit more. When I say tiny, a tiddly bit more. Hang on, behind it, yeah. Ah, I figure out which way the lighting is better. So I've added a little bit of the pink. I'm hopefully going to try and finish that pink flower today or sometime this week as well. And I'm really enjoying this because it's a bit bigger, it's a bit of a challenge, and it's something different. Um, I'm looking forward to doing the beading, but that's a long way off. So yeah, that is my whips this week. So even though I have been super, super busy doing a lot of other things, at least I've managed to get a little bit of stitching in. So I haven't got any new starts. I've got no finishes because I had my two big finishes last week. So I've not got much new to show you, I don't think. Next week, if I finish any of these projects from this week, I'll get started on some new things and show you my plans for the autumn. But I need to get that arranged, to be honest. I've got ideas of what I want to be doing, but I just don't want some of these projects to linger on much longer now. I'd quite like to have a few finishes, because I'm going back to school next week as well, so everything's going to be a bit more normal. I'm not going to have as much time to stitch as well, so it's going to be weird going from working 1 or 2 days a week to going back to full time again as well. So, and commuting and not working from home. So, yeah, it's going to be very different. But I'm going to make the most of this last week. Also, essay wise, I've been doing a lot of work on that as well. I've now reached it's a 5,000 word essay. I've now reached the 4,500 mark, so I am nearly there. So I've put it down for the rest of the day. I'm going to print it out and do a little read through later and start ticking off where I need to improve on it. And then tomorrow morning, I'm just going to try and blitz it and round up all the references, make sure it looks all right, and then do some more redrafting on it. It's a bit boring, I know, but it has to be done. It's really annoying. The deadline is the day after I go back to school, so it feels like I'm not getting a break in the school holidays because of my deadline. But it is what it is. I chose to do it. So, hopefully there will be some more stitching this week. This is going to be a very short video. So I did ask on my last video, I did say, give me some Q&A, and then I can answer that in this video. So I got one question. So this part of the video probably won't take too long either. But one lovely lady asked me, because I like reading, what are my favourite books? What are my top 5 books and authors? So this is an opportunity for me to share with you, excuse me, what my MA is all about. So I don't think I've shared this with you, but I am currently doing an MA on children's literature at university, and my focus, my study, is about ableism in children's literature and the lack of children with disabilities represented in children's literature. So I'm on my 3rd essay at the moment. My first essay I wrote was all about autistic detectives with mental health difficulties. So I was comparing a book called The Goldfish Boy about a boy with OCD against The Curious Incident of the Dog at Night Time, which is a boy with autism, and having a problem to solve helps them focus on something positive whilst battling with the disorganisation of their mind as well. The second essay I wrote was about cerebral palsy being represented in books, and I used a book called Truly Wildly Deeply, which I'll tell you a little bit more about in a bit. And then at the moment, I'm currently writing an essay about how Makaton, which is sign language to help with communication, how Makaton isn't represented enough in society, and how there's a barrier in children's books and Makaton. So, I'm nearly there with it now. That's my work in progress, but yeah. So it's something I really enjoy. It's something I like to write about. So yeah, I really am enjoying my masters, even though it's been a bit of a weird year to do it. I've got no library access, no lectures, nowhere to go. Very, very strange year. But I'm going to share with you now my top 5 books. Well, I think most of them are kind of linked to what I've been studying, but one of them isn't actually. So the first book is the book I've just been talking about, which is The Goldfish Boy. So this is aimed for like 8 to 12-year-olds, but early secondary can read it too, most definitely. And it's all about a boy called Matthew who has OCD, and one day he notices that the little boy from across the road has gone missing, and he's like the only person that's seen this happen. So then he decides that he has to do something about it and find out what's happened to this little boy. I'm going to leave it there. It's a great book. Definitely recommend it, adults and children. The second book, so, oh sorry, that's by Lisa Thompson, who all her books are absolutely amazing. I love her book. She's got a new one coming out in a couple of weeks as well. Brilliant author. Second book I'm going to show you is another one that I've just been telling you about, Truly Wildly Deeply by Jenny McLaughlin. And it's all about a girl called Annie who goes to college, and Annie's got cerebral palsy, and she doesn't want to be labelled for that. She's quite rebellious actually. She's very independent, and she meets a boy from Poland who is very new to the country, and he struggles with cultural differences and language barriers, and he's a little bit in love with her. And this is the story between them, and this is great as well. Definitely recommend it, again, adults and children. The third book I'm going to recommend is one that I think a lot of people would like. I really like it. So this is called Becoming Joe, and this is a retelling of Little Women. So it's been written by Sophie Mackenzie. She wrote it a couple of years ago, and it's like a modern retelling. So, for example, in the original version, Jo is writing her story in journals and books. In this one, she's got a laptop, and just different things like that just make it so much more up to date and modern. And it's a great way of approaching the text. If the Victorian language of the original is a bit of a struggle, then it's a really good way of reading the same text but from a completely different perspective. And yeah, I wasn't too sure. I was a bit wary of a rewrite. The same way I don't like remakes of movies either. But this I thought was absolutely brilliant, and it just really gave it a new lease of life. So I recommend this one. Fourth book is this is my all-time favourite. So I grew up with these. These are the Babysitter Club books. It's just been re-released on Netflix as a little series, and I think the books have started to get re-released a little bit as well. So the Babysitter Club books were all about 7 friends who babysat the children in the local community, even though they were like 12 or something themselves. But as a kid, it's just exciting, isn't it? And my favourite character growing up was Marianne. But I grabbed this one off the shelf. Funnily enough, it's the one about sign language, linking to all the disability things that I write about in my essays as well. But yeah, I love the babysitters. They were so exciting. You learned so much from them, so much about different people, different cultures, different lifestyles, and it's something that'll always be quite close to me in my heart. I've got a pile of them. I managed to get a load off eBay at the start of lockdown, and I'm just trying to fill in the gaps now and collect the ones that I don't have. But alongside that one, Raina Telligmeyer has also done a small series of graphic novels as well, which are so cool. And I read a couple of them, and I still need to get some more for the collection as well. So again, another outlook on a little classic. So yeah, these are great. Definitely recommend these. And the last book, um, not specifically my favourite book, but I saw it on the train station the other day, and it's something that is quite nostalgic to me. And I don't know if any of you, I'm sure some of you might have read this before as well. Flowers in the Attic by Virginia Andrews. One of the most uncomfortable, weird, odd, gripping stories that you may ever read. If you've never seen this book before, just go for it. Just have a go. But I remember being at secondary school in year 9, and one of the girls saying, "Faye, you need to read this book." Oh my god! But don't tell your parents. Don't tell anyone. And she brought it. And she gave me flowers in the. She said, "It's not in the school library. Like you won't get it there, but read it." So I did, and for some reason, I was absolutely hooked on it. I think just the controversial storylines, just the excitement in it, and there's loads of these books. This is like one of a set of 5. And I remember going down to Berry Market every weekend and foraging through the books to try and collect the whole sets. Then I'd hide them under my bed because I didn't want my mum to know what I was reading. And then I'd pass them on to other people at school. And I managed to get through so many of them, I think, before I'd left secondary school. So yeah, I've not reread it yet, but I'm looking forward to a reread pretty soon. So yeah, that's my top 5 books, mostly related to what I study, because to be honest, it doesn't leave me much time to read anything else that I might want to read. But yeah, that was kind of half FlossTube, half Booktube, wasn't it? So I'm so sorry I've not had anything else to talk about FlossTube wise, really. It has been a super busy week, but I like checking in anyway. I like coming to see you. I like doing these videos, even though it's just me waffling about a few books. But thank you for that question, because even though it was one question, it was a very, very big question. So it did manage to fill in a bit of my time. So if you have managed to make it to the end of this video and you enjoyed my Booktube alongside my FlossTube, then thank you very much. And if you've not subscribed yet, please do subscribe. I'm at about 91 subscribers at the moment, so that means I'm very close to 100. When I get to 100, I'm going to get Marley a new toy, and hopefully I might have a little party as well, and there might even be a giveaway for you. So please, please subscribe, and if you'd like to see anything in my videos that I haven't done before, please put your comments down below. I like to read your comments. I like to know what you would like as well. And yeah, I will try and stitch some more. It is coming up to deadline time, so I can't promise you too much stitching. I did promise you a journaling video. Hopefully I'll get that out by the end of the week if I get it done. Again, I've not had much time for that. However, I hope you're all well. I hope you're all keeping safe. Those of you that are preparing to return back to work, I hope you're ready for it. I don't think I am, if I'm honest. And yeah, keep smiling, keep stitching. Have a great week. See you next week. Goodbye.